radio for all.
You are now live with the Humble Prince on Sahara FM Radio. Yeah. Guess who's Bazak? Talking about Guess who's Bazak is played out. That's my thing, man. So I use it to pay homage to the greatest rapper, Jay-Z. That's why I say Guess who's Bazak. I don't care if I don't appeal to the millennials. That's the thing, but they should appeal to me. Anyway, welcome back to Live with the Humble Prince, Sahara FM Radio. Once again, I'd like to say that tonight's show was brought to you by Vibrant Entertainment Presents Basket Mouth in New York City, June 27th. Please go to their website, www.vibrant.com, for more information. Also, go to our Sahara Reporters page on Facebook. Check it out. That's a show I'm going to be hosting June 27th. Come out. It's going to be fun. Basket Mouth is Africa's #1 comedian. You don't want to miss this. Thank you. Well, right now, I'm joined by a young man who's very talented, a veteran creative specialist who holds a bachelor and master's in computer science from George Washington University. His passion for animation led him to find and discover and create Unique Studios in 2012, an avenue that will allow him to pursue his dream of creating a diverse library of superheroes. Under that umbrella, he wrote and produced several animated productions, including but not limited to 2D and 3D animated short films, TV commercials, show openers, music videos, and he actually has a graphic comic book coming out of an African superhero. Please let's welcome to the show, young Roye Okupe. Roye, are you there?
I'm here. What's up, man?
Yeah, what's going on, man? It took you long enough.
I know, right?
Trying to hold you up, man. Thanks so much for joining us on Live with the Humble Prince, man. Appreciate it.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
Yeah, great. So, for those who don't know you, man, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, like you said, my name is Roye Okupe. Born in Nigeria, born and raised. I came to the U.S. in 2002, and I attended George Washington University for my undergrad and my master's in computer science.
Nice.
And I realized that while I was going to school, I had a passion for like superheroes, cartoons, animation. So I decided when I got out, I would do that on the side. So in 2008, I started to think about, okay, how can I start to make my dream come true? Because I grew up watching all these superhero cartoons, Ninja Turtles, Transformers, Superman, Batman, and I wanted to do something from Nigeria, something from Africa, because I realized that there wasn't a lot of that. So fast forward to 2012, and that's when the idea for E.X.O came out, and ever since then, I've been trying to push it. So the book comes out this August, and I'm hoping that the book is, it generates enough buzz to kind of like drive what I believe would be, kind of like an impetus to move towards an animated feature, an animated movie. So that's the end goal. But for now, the focus is on getting the book release out, the comic book in August.
Yeah, let's not just stop at animated movie, man. Let's hopefully get like a full-fledged superhero movie.
So
that's great, man.
That's the plan.
So what does E.X.O stand for?
I'm not going to spoil that because that's part of the book. So
No, man. That's going to be my exclusive, man. You have to give me exclusive. So think about it before the show's up.
Okay, all right, no problem.
Yeah, think about it.
No problem. I'll think about it.
Yeah, definitely. So, like I said, I'm not sure. I know growing up I was heavy into comic books as well, but I'm not sure if there's a African or Nigerian superhero out there yet. Is this the first of its kind, or?
Well, that's a very good question.
Yes.
Because I do get that a lot. A lot of people that even write about E.X.O, they write it as, the first African superhero, the first Nigerian superhero. It's actually not the first. I'm not going to be the first to try. I'm not going to be the last. There's been a whole lot of people that have, started this wave of African superheroes, Nigerian superheroes. But the issue is that it never really resonates outside of Nigeria, resonates outside of Africa, and that's what I'm trying to change. I'm trying to put African and Nigerian superheroes on the map, just not in Africa, but on a global level. We have Spider-Man, Superman. They're all globally recognized. Why can't we have superheroes from Africa also, do the same, inspire kids, all over the world and not just in Africa? Yes, I am loyal to Africa. That's where I'm biased towards that, but at the same time, I believe that it's time that superheroes from Africa, superheroes from Nigeria get their global recognition, and that's really my goal with E.X.O right now.
Okay, Kudos to you, man. Even if it's not the first of its kind, I think it's, we're working hard to make sure it becomes prominent, and hopefully that will open the way.
Definitely.
Excuse me, that will open the way for other superheroes. So let's backtrack a little bit. What really inspired you? What really inspired you to want to do this? Excuse me.
Yeah. So I mean, I think I mentioned that during the intro was I from a very young age, I realized that I was just drawn to superhero stories. I'm not really sure why. I think for me, it's because there's so much negativity in our world. There's so many things happening that it's just sad stories all around. When you go and watch a superhero movie, or you read a superhero comic book, or you watch an animation based on a superhero, you get a chance to see the good guys win. That's always one thing that's consistent with superhero stories. And for me, I think that's why I've always been drawn to it. It's a chance to escape, the harsh reality of the world. Not that superheroes don't tell, stories that relate to the realities of the world, but 9 out of 10 times it comes out with ends with a positive, vibe or a positive message. And I think that's, for me, I've always been drawn towards that. So, back in Nigeria, I grew up watching all these cartoons, but I realized, like I said, we didn't have any superhero that, we could properly identify with as, oh, that's a Nigerian superhero, that's, an African superhero. And, it was something that, as I grew up, it kept on becoming, more and more of, kind of like how would I say, just like an empty aspect of the superhero genre. Like, when I came here, the superhero blockbuster movie phenomenon became crazy. Like movies like Iron Man, Batman, when those were coming out, they were doing, crazy box office records, in terms of sales. And for me, the more superheroes got popular, the more I believe that there was a need for us as Africans and Nigerians to be represented in that realm. So that's kind of like what motivated me to, start this. And like you said, this isn't just about me. At the end of the day, yes, I do want to be successful. I want my books to sell. I want to have an animated product, but it's also something that I'm doing where I hope that with the success of E.X.O, like other people that have stories that they feel like, okay, it's not going to see the light of day, because when this is successful, like it's gonna prompt other people to invest more in Africa in terms of, okay, people doing comic books, people doing video games, animation. So that's kind of like the bigger spectrum of what my vision is for E.X.O in terms of where I feel like it's going and what I feel like it can do.
Fantastic, man. I really commend you, man. And, some of the Nigerian comic books I know are Ekebe Super, Papa Jasko. So it's good to have, a superhero, that sheds Nigeria in the positive light. So,
definitely.
Yeah. So the character, so first of all, let me just talk about E.X.O real quick. It's the legend of Wally Williams, and it's going to be a trilogy, kind of like, what's that guy's name that did the Batman trilogy?
What the guy that did the films, Nolan?
Nolan, right. So is it going to be something like that?
Well, I mean, yeah, something like that. But the way I'm trying to work it is that the books are actually going to be a trilogy. But I want the animated feature to be like a series, so like an animated series with probably 26 episodes. You see what I'm saying? But the book itself is going to tell a larger story. But the animation is going to kind of condense everything, into like an animated series. So, for people that, because that's what usually happens, like with most of the stuff you see on TV today, all these movies that come out, these blockbusters like Hunger Games, Harry Potter, Twilight, they're all based on, on novels and books.
Right.
But the movies tell kind of like a different story, and the books, kind of like, it's not really one-to-one. So people who want to read the books, still have something to look for, and people want to see the movie, still have something to look for, but they're still tied together. That's kind of like what I'm trying to do, where the book has its own realm, but when the animated series eventually comes out, it'll tell, it'll expand on what the book is trying to do.
Exactly, fantastic. I think I'm looking forward to it, man. Because like I said, I've always been a fan of comic books and comic novels, and
So let me put you on the spot. What's your favorite superhero?
My favorite superhero is definitely Batman. Yeah. Okay, and yeah,
Nice.
and here's why I like Batman. He's just a guy,
Regular
He didn't.
guy.
He's no alien. He didn't get it bitten by no spider. He doesn't
Right.
have any superpowers. He's
Right.
just smart, and he went to learn. He was a member of the League of Shadows, and he learned how to fight and everything. And can you ask who my favorite villain is?
Joker.
No, I love Bane.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Nice.
In the Dark Knight Rises, I know I know Bane. I know every line by Bane in that movie.
Me too. I love. I forget the guy's name that acted the part. I think he did a fantastic job, by the way. But for me,
why am I having such a brain
me
freeze?
too. Yeah, me too. I'm having. The guy. He was also in what's the name of that movie?
He's in the new Mad Max movie.
Yes, exactly. That's him. I'll probably remember his name before the interview.
No, I'm googling it, man. I can't even wait.
Yeah, he was in Inception too. I love the guy.
Tom Hardy.
Exactly, Tom Hardy, great actor,
Right.
very, very great actor. Yes, he did. He did, and a lot of people didn't like, the way he portrayed Bane with the voice. I liked it, me personally, So
I loved him. Well, perhaps he was wondering why someone would shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane.
I know that was one of my favorite lines too.
Yeah, man. I also like the part where Batman tried to throw that theatricality and deception, and he said, members of the League of Shadows. So,
exactly.
So my hope for you is that, as we're reciting lines from the Batman trilogy, sooner or later we're going to be doing the same with Wally Williams and E.X.O.
Yes, definitely.
Right. So I know we have to round up soon. So
sure.
set the scene for us. What is E.X.O and the Legend of Wally Williams about?
Well, E.X.O is it's a superhero story about redemption, and it's it's set in a futuristic Nigeria. So it's actually 2025.
All right.
For me, and I'm going to segue a little bit before I give like a synopsis. It was very important for me to do a superhero that was based on something that had to do with technology. I feel like when it comes to tech, innovation, Africa and Nigeria, we're not like when we do things like that. It's not really in the news. You see what I'm saying? Anytime you see Nigeria in the news, Africa in the news, most of the time it's, for something negative. And not that it's horrible to report stories like that, but, things, other things like, technological advancements, IT, things that people are doing in Nigeria, those are the things that never see the light of day. Matter of fact, I was doing research about a couple months ago and I just found out that Nigeria has a space program. That's not something that, you would see, on the exactly.
I mean, it's not really funded, but I think we do. I know. I read up about that. Yeah, we do.
Exactly. But these are the things that people don't usually pair Africans with, like, okay, technology. And I've had, even as I've put this book out there, I've had people even, have negative comments like, oh, why are you doing a superhero based on a Nigerian that is doing something with technology and is smart? Like, that's not realistic. And I was like, excuse me, like, what are you talking about? Like, go to Nigeria and see some of the things that people are doing there. So for me, it was very important that I shine a light on the tech part of Africa and Nigeria, and kind of like show people that, look, we too, we have advancements that we are working on, things that, we, hope to see for a future Nigeria and a future Africa. So, but back to the book. Yeah. Like I said, it's a superhero story based in a futuristic Africa, and it follows the hero Wally Williams. Wally returns back home after a 5-year absence, and he finds this super suit that his dad built. And, history will tell us that, he picks up the suits and he saves the day. But Wale is a very troubled soul. He hates his father. So he doesn't even want anything to do with the suit at all. So there's a line that, I usually put on everything that, I use to market E.X.O is that I wasn't born a hero. I had to become one. So basically, it's not like your conventional superhero story where, everything comes easy to him. He has the power. He saves the girl and, it's the end of the day. Like, he's like you and me, what would you do if you found like a suit that, grants you superhuman powers? Like, would you readily wear it and just go and start saving the world? Or, would you use it for your own personal goals and needs? So there's a lot of struggle that goes into him. And I try to make the character as human as possible so that, I can relate to him. Like a kid in Brazil can relate to him. A kid in England can relate to him, and not just make it like, okay, here's this African guy, he has superpowers and then he saves the day. So you would see a lot of struggles, a lot of ups and downs. And, there are also some things that I also try to tackle on the more serious end in terms of some of the issues that, we see in Africa. Like, there's a group there's a group called the Creed in the book where they're just extremists and they're just terrorizing the city, and there are different twists and turns as to how they were formed and how they're linked to Wally. So it's a very intriguing story about certain things that have to do with family issues, which we all have, and a guy just coming to his own and trying to find himself amidst of all these powers that he has.
Yeah, you know what? I hope he finds the suicide and wipes out all of Boko Haram. Wipe them all out. That's what I would have done with the suit. But you were saying he's not like you and me. How do you know I don't have superpowers, brother?
I know you have superpowers.
Thank you.
It's you now. It's almighty humble.
That's what I'm talking about.
In fact, I should put you as one of the characters.
Yeah, you should, man. Maybe Wally comes on a radio show, gets interviewed and stuff like that. But go ahead.
No. Yeah. Continue. Go on.
No, but I wanted to say, man, make sure he doesn't hook up with any girl, man, because a lot of these women are the downfall to the superheroes. It happened to Superman and Superman 2. He gave up his powers because of this girl he fell in love with. Actually, there's a very, very strong female character. Nah, man.
No. But it's not.
Is it his mom? Is it his mom?
No, it's not his mom. It's not his mom. It's not his mom. I'm not going to get into it. But for me personally, it was very important that I actually put a very, very strong female lead, because I feel like diversity is not just about a black guy or an African being a superhero.
Lois Lane got Superman's ass kicked, man, and Catwoman led Batman to Bane when Batman wasn't ready.
No. She's on another level. Trust me. I don't want to spoil the book or the story for you, but she's on another level. Trust me.
Right.
Trust
so
me. Yeah.
When can we expect the book?
The book comes out towards the end of August. So I also wanted to point out that it was very important to me, like, the people that are working on the book, my artist, my editor, the guys doing the colors, I have to shout them out.
Oh, no. Chill out, brother. Don't worry. You get to shout them out. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But,
no problem.
I'll be remiss to say, and I know you don't want this to overshadow your work and everything. Mm-hmm. You're the son of a very prominent person in Nigeria, Mr. Roye Okupe, who's actually a friend of Sahara Reporters. Nick, let's give his dad a round of applause. He's actually a friend to Sahara Reporters and everything. What does your dad think about the whole project?
Oh, my dad has been supporting me since day one.
Parents,
Matter of fact, I have to shout out my parents. Like, it's not every time that you have a dream like this that your parents will be, fully 100% behind you, and it's not like, go and read your book, go and do engineering, go and do, you understand what I'm saying? So. Yeah. My mom has been a rock. She's supported me since day one, and my dad too as well. As soon as they knew that I wanted to do, something like this, and again, it's bigger than me. Like it's more of something that I'm doing for pride, like for my country, for my continent. So they've been behind me 100%, and I wouldn't be where I am with E.X.O without them, and a host of other people like my sister, my sisters, my brother, like, my friends, close friends, and all that people.
So to Wumi, big shout out to Wumi as well.
Yes, my cousin, yes.
Yeah, making the connect.
Shout out.
Yeah. So before you go, you have to give us an exclusive. What does E.X.O mean? Okay,
I'm gonna tell you what it means, but I'm not going to explain what it means.
Okay, good.
E.X.O stands for Endogenic Exoskeletal Ordnance, and if you have a dictionary, you can actually put it together. But it stands for Endogenic Exoskeletal Ordnance.
Goddamn, man. Thank you so much for that exclusive, man. We wish you continued success. But like I said, before you leave, is there anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
Yes, Ayodele Elegba, my editor,
Nice.
Sukomi Akingboye, my artist, and Raphael Kazim, the person that is doing the colors. They are doing an awesome job. It was very important to me that I actually worked with Nigerians.
Yes.
Being in the US, I could have easily just found artists here, but I said, no, I'm going to find people in Nigeria to work on this, and so that it can be true and authentic to Nigerians and what Nigerians feel. Like, it's better coming from an artist who is actually waking up and breathing Nigerian air rather than someone over here. So that was very important to me.
Fantastic,
to get
man.
done.
I definitely wish you continued success. As a kid, I used to caricature too, just draw stuff and everything, and we used to actually make comic books and everything. But I'm glad, when I saw your work, you're actually taking it to the next level. And Nigerians, we're very talented, man. We have a talented guy in the house here too, Ike. You should see he's the one that draws the Nigerian cartoons. You can check it out on Sahara Reporters website. Very skilled in everything. Yeah. So before you leave, tell people how they could find your work and how they could get in touch with you.
Yes, please. The website will be the easiest. It's Unique Studios, and that's spelled YOUNEEK, uniquestudios.com. And you can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the social media at Unique Studios. Again, that's YOUNEEK Studios, Unique Studios.
.com. So promise me one thing, man. Just before the book comes out or after it comes out, you're going to come here?
Definitely. No, the book, I've already promised that when the book comes out, I want to actually physically come and give you one so that you can read it and, help me spread the word.
Yeah, fantastic, man. You're always welcome back anytime. My regards to the family and everything, and thanks for joining us, man. Guys, let's give it up for Roye Okupe, producer, creative director, the book E.X.O, a Nigerian superhero graphic novel and animation. And this is about the legend of Wally Williams. Well, guys, that's all the show we have. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. I'd like to thank my guests, Pluto, Roye, and also Bissy Alimi. I hope you guys had a fantastic show. We'll be back again next week, but check us out this weekend on SaharaTV. We have The Gist coming up with Toya C. Phillips, Dr. Damages with Dr. Damages, Keeping It Real with Adela, and the E.X.O show. And, we also have a beautiful sports segment coming up. I believe Quasi is going to be interviewing some people, and we're going to be talking about the whole FIFA scandal and everything. So check us out, SaharaTV, 10 a.m. You don't want to miss it. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday. We'll be back then with the callback segment. But before I go, I cannot but thank my wonderful team from Michael, thank you so much. Sammy, tech team. Yeah, Nick, you were really quick with that applause. Big shout out to Quasi. I saw Fungai back there. Miriam on social media, Fatima on social media. Who else? I'd like to thank the whole team. Am I forgetting somebody? Oh, Nick. Yeah, you guys didn't see Nick in the studio too much this time because we didn't really have any female guests. He only comes in here when we have female guests. So again, quick announcement: Sunday Ade concert June 26th, Friday at 92Y. Check it out. Please go to the World Institute of Music's website. For more information. I'll be getting you guys more information on that. Also, Basketball in New York City the very next night, June 27th. I'm actually hosting that show. I'm hosting both shows. So, well, there you have it, guys. Hopefully, Adela will be back, and we have another callback segment for you guys. That's all the show we have. Live with Humble Prince, and I'll see you next week. I'm out.
Freedom for all.
Radio for all.
You are now live with the Humble Prince on Sahara FM Radio. Yeah.